Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass S. 2739.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Senate 2739, an act to authorize certain programs and activities in the Department of the Interior, the Forest Service, and the Department of Energy to implement further the act approving the covenant to establish a Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands in political union with the United States of America, to amend the Compact of Free Association Amendments Act of 2003, and for other purposes.
I'm pleased to yield 5 minutes to the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Brown.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Ask your unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Whereas, whenever kings, instead of protecting the lives and property of their subjects, as their bounden duty, do endeavor to perpetrate the destruction of either, they thereby cease to be kings, become tyrants, and dissolve all ties of allegiance between themselves and their people. This was stated by Benjamin Franklin in his preamble to a congressional resolution. Legislation should never attempt to seize land from the public and restrict its use. Property rights are a central institution of Western civilization, and they're an essential ingredient in freedom. The Consolidated Natural Resources Act of 2008 is a violation of the basic principles that our founding fathers set out to prevent. Congress continues to ignore, neglect, disparage, and understand its importance. The federal government already owns nearly 650 million acres of land, half of which experience severe maintenance problems and backlogs. This legislation threatens recreational user access, grazing, mining, oil and gas exploration, and many other public uses. By restricting access to land for exploration, this legislation is limiting the potential of the economy and directly interfering with America's entrepreneurial drive. Do we know for certain that fossil fuels are not contained in these lands? At a time when gas is nearly $4 a gallon, the very last thing we should be doing is permanently restricting access to this land. Government abuse is increasing on all levels, and a vote for S. 2739 is a vote for an increase in the size and scope of government. We must protect America's rights to use and to prosper from the land. John Dickinson, a signer of the Constitution, declared, "Let these truths be indelibly impressed on our minds, that we cannot be happy without being free, that we cannot be free without being secure in our property, and that we cannot be secure in our property if without our consent others may, as by right, take it away." God's Word, the Holy Bible, says, with the multitude of words, sin is not lacking. Mr. Speaker, there's a lot of sin in this bill. Stop increasing government control and regulation of American property owners and vote no on S. 2739. I yield back.